President Donald Trump and his running mate, Senator JD Vance, were also on the campaign trail in several key battleground states. Capitol Hill correspondent Erik Rosales joins us now with more on Election Eve from West Palm Beach, Florida. Erik.
Yes, good evening, Tracy, from a very windy and muggy West Palm Beach, Florida, and where there's something else in the air, that's anticipation as the 2024 election comes winding down. Now, behind me is Mar-a-Lago, and that is where we've been told that the former president, Donald Trump, along with his running mate, JD Vance, will be watching the numbers come in tomorrow night with their families. They're going to be having a private party there, and then they're going to be heading about 2.5 miles away. That's over at the convention center, the West Palm Beach Convention Center, where security is very, very tight there. When we arrived this afternoon, workers were installing about a 10-foot high fence around the entire complex. Barricades are in place and some of the streets are actually closed. As for the campaign trail, the former president started his final day in the battleground state of North Carolina, promising to close the southern border and hold Mexico responsible.
If they don't stop this onslaught of criminals and drugs coming into our country, I'm going to immediately impose a 25% tariff on everything they send in to the United States of America. If that doesn't work, I'll make it 50. And if that doesn't work, I'll make it 75 for the tough guys, and I'll make it 100. Then I'll make it 100.
Meanwhile, his running mate, Senator JD Vance, was firing up supporters in Wisconsin, which President Biden narrowly won in 2020.
When Donald J. Trump was president, inflation was at 1.5%. When Donald J. Trump was president, wages were fast rising at the fastest rate in 40 years in the United States of America. When Donald Trump was president, the border was secure and the world was at peace. That's a hell of a record.
Karoline Leavitt, the Trump campaign's national press secretary, tells me the two are not taking anything for granted and are hitting the battleground states hard.
He'll close out this historic campaign in Michigan, just like he did in 2016 and 2020, bringing his closing argument to as many voters as possible in these battleground states. And the closing argument is simple. Kamala Harris broke it, and Donald Trump will fix it.
She adds election security is a top priority.
It's our goal to protect the integrity of tomorrow's election for all Pennsylvanians and all Americans, regardless if they identify as Republican or Democrat. It's the Republican National Committee and President Trump's goal to ensure a safe and secure election.
Both sides continue to say that this is the most important election of our lifetimes. Now, when I did land here in Florida, I did speak to a number of Republican strategists who are not only predicting a red wave victory, they say that they're not only going to win the executive branch, but also both the House and the Senate, similar to what happened in the 1980s between Ronald Reagan and then Jimmy Carter. But time will tell. We'll find out tomorrow. In West Palm Beach, Florida, Erik Rosales, EWTN News Nightly.